Welcome to November. While many families are celebrating what they're grateful for this month, many CS2 investors are extremely disappointed in the performance of the market, although it has recovered a bit. So that begs the question, is it all over, or is it time to look at the Nalo for November and check out for more potential investments? We'll get into that after a word from our sponsor, Skins Monkey. Everyone knows the richest monkey is the one with the most bananas. If you want to get some bananas for yourself, check out the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is the easiest way to trade out your dusty old skins for some bright and shiny new ones. Skins Monkey has a clean and easy to use UI, and using my code Nalo will give you two different bonuses. First is a free $5, and the second is a deposit bonus. And even if you don't have any skins to trade, Skins Monkey also has you covered with daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways that you can enter completely for free. So make sure to check out Skins Monkey with the link below. So first, to answer the question posed in the intro, no, it's not all over. There's actually a great video that analyzed the disappointments with CS2 and how those related to prior disappointments with prior releases of Counter-Strike games. If you feel a little bit more shaky on the markets, I highly suggest you go check that video out. It's not actually an investing video, but it just shows how there's a lot of disappointment bias at the beginning of a new Counter-Strike release. Also, this tweet from my bald-headed friend Germ, I think sums it up pretty well. Don't go subscribe to him, he's bald. Anyway, let's kick off this video with a recap of the previous month. So my first recommendation was Stockholm. And while Stockholm didn't really see any insane increases in price, one interesting development was that the Contenders capsule actually rose quite a bit, and for a little while actually surpassed the Challengers capsule. These two capsules are very neck and neck, with the Challengers capsule sporting the really high roll results in the mouse stickers, and the Contenders capsule rather being a much more balanced capsule, and if you were to get any holo from it, there are a handful of good results, as opposed to the many bad results from the Challengers capsule. So the relationship between those two capsules is really interesting, and we'll have to see how that develops going forward. Speaking on that investment as a whole though, I wasn't expecting it to do anything crazy over just the course of this last month. Their sticker capsules, they're generally more long-term options, but I'm still just as confident in them. Next we had the Operation Hydra and Operation Bloodhound collection skins, so this being Gods and Monsters, Chop Shop, and Rising Sun. Again, no crazy developments over this last month, some general decreases on the higher tier ones because the high tier market obviously didn't do very good. Again though, this is a long-term choice, it wasn't intended to be a short-term flip. For the third spot we had Riptide stickers, which once again, long-term choice. I'm still just as confident in Riptide stickers as I was. I did notice a little bit more talk about them over the last month, but really all we can do is see how they perform going forward. And don't worry, even though Riptide stickers were a repeat, I won't talk about them again in this video. And then finally we had Dreams and Nightmares cases, which obviously it's an active duty case. It didn't get moved to the rare drop pools, so no crazy developments were expected there either. Anyway, that's the recap. Let's get into the 4 for November. Alright, we're going to start this one off with Operation Cases. This time around, we're going with Riptide. There's not a whole lot here to expand on beyond the fundamentals that make the Broken Fang case good. The biggest draw of the Riptide case is the fact that it obviously has the gamma finishes for the knives. But I'd also like to point out the purple tier of the Riptide case, which is arguably one of the best purple tiers we have. There's a fantastic MP9, a really good looking FAMAS, a really cool M4A4, and even the other two purples are not that bad either. Mag 7, well, it is a Mag 7, is very colorful and very interesting, and I personally use it myself. And the 5.7 boost protocol is arguably the best 5.7 we have in the game. Jesus actually made a video on these Operation cases, speaking on how they are of course supply limited, and how their unboxing rate is still fairly good. This video was pretty positive to their performance, and I think it had a partial role in increasing the value of these cases a lot towards the end of October. The Riptide case was actually able to soar over $8, and while, as Jesus pointed out, it doesn't have as high of an unboxing rate as the Broken Fang case, it still holds a higher price, I would say likely due to the Gamma Doppler hype. In the first follow for September, I was a big supporter of the Broken Fang case, and thanks to the hype, that was actually able to reach over $7 as well, potentially giving people who invested in it because of the September Naforlo a pretty nice profit. Anyway, I think the big advantage that the Riptide case has is the fact that of course it has knives instead of gloves, and it sports the gamma finishes, which are pretty much the community's favorite at this point. Based on the price trends currently being seen, and even with the Broken Fang case getting the direct spotlight from Jesus, the Riptide case still sits on top, so as long as the gamma finishes don't get a huge nerf, I see this being the premier Operation case from the three. For a collection spot this month, we're not going to get too crazy. I think St. Mark Greys are a good choice. At the top of this collection sits the Wild Lotus, which is pretty much neck and neck with the Gungnir. However, as for the overall collection, I think the pink is definitely a lot better than Norse, with the Wild Lily outshining the Negev. The purples in this collection I would say are a little bit worse than Norse. The Synth Leaf and the Midnight Lily are still really popular skins for a lot of people. The blues are nothing special. I'm personally a fan of the 5.7 Crimson Blossom, but there's nothing too crazy here. The light blues of this collection of course have the M4 Dark Blossom, but nothing really too special here either. And then of course we have the grays. It's worth noting that the Seabird, Jungle Thicket, and Surfwood all have the same float cap, and all have the lowest float cap of the grays. So if you want to pick one to invest into, I'd probably go with one of those three. Of course, this is nothing too crazy. We're not reinventing the wheel here. These are just good, supply-limited operation skins that will have a trade-up demand as time goes on, and should have pretty solid fundamentals for increasing in value. They're also still really cheap, all of them costing well under $5. St. Mark Grays, check them out. Now as for my sticker investment choice of this month, that's where things get a little bit more complicated. I've already talked about Paris and Stockholm, and Antwerp is pretty much just the same fundamentals there. there. Rio, while it has its high points, is not really a great choice. RMR obviously got totally nerfed after they fixed what was apparently a bug. Berlin's really nothing too special. So now I'd like to bring your attention to Cato 19. These major stickers I think are really overlooked. A lot of people know about the Furia Holo, of course, but there's actually a lot of really good stickers from the set. Interestingly, with some recent CS2 updates, some of the more gray dark stickers actually turned into a more pure white color, which it's kinda up to personal preference if you like that more or not. I think it's pretty cool personally, but I can definitely see that depending on the person. And full disclosure, by the way, I did actually unbox a VG Holo, which is how I figured out that these were pure white. No germ, I'm not manipulating the market here. This won't be a simple 10x. I'll be selling this VG Holo for pretty much as it's worth right now. Anyway, I think Cato 19 is worth a second look. It gets more and more rare by the day. The most recent update has been very kind to the Furia Holo, and there are some really standout foils. Plus we've got Tyloo, which for the upcoming Year of the Dragon, there's been a lot of discussion about it, so we'll see how that goes. Moving on to our wildcard spot, obviously didn't want to repeat the Riptide stickers, and what I decided on was Community Sticker Capsule 1s, which have pretty much one of the most interesting Steam graphs of all time, skyrocketing a lot and then coming back down over time. Now the sticker capsule is still available in the rare drop pool. People have brought that up before. However, keep in mind the Weapon Case 1 and the Bravo Case are also in the rare drop pool, and those two cases are quite enough evidence to show that just because it still drops in the rare drop pool, the rare drop rate isn't enough to keep the items cheap. So the upward performance of the Community Capsule 1, something we've not only seen historically, but is also something that is totally possible. It's also important to note that this capsule has been pretty cheap for a long time now, so I could definitely see it peaking again soon. But why even spotlight this? What's even interesting about this capsule? Well, the three expensive stickers that sit at the top of it, the swag foil and the flammable foil, are both very popular in crafting. The Headhunter foil is a little bit more underrated, but looks really cool as well, and these three stickers can only be obtained from this capsule at a very low rate. Now, although a recent CS2 update has made these stickers very dark, this is not an update that I see sticking around for a long time, and if foils do get updated, there could be a large hype swing here, so obviously you're going to want to get on the ground floor. Now, of course, a lot more of that is speculative, but I really don't think this is sticking around. So those are some investments that I wanted to spotlight for November, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and maybe I helped you pick something out. If so, leave a like. It helps me immensely and costs you absolutely nothing. Subscribe to the channel for the best CS2 investment tips anywhere else on YouTube. Check out my Discord server and my Twitter. I post all of these earlier and for free in my Discord server. We've got a great community of degenerates over there, so feel free to come join. And be sure to check out Skins Monkey. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Peace.